We are on our way to the state capitol today. Join me as we go and venture out Sacramento style. Welcome to the 916. Another day, another story. Let's get into the real deal. Hey, what's up? So today we're going to be checking out Sacramento Capitol. We're going to get a front view of it off this main strip over here. Right now we're close to downtown Doco, downtown Commons over here. But yeah, pretty cool. Check it out. Supposed to be a free tour. I tried to get a friend of mine to come with me today, but she flake and baked. Yeah, she don't like to get up early. Yeah, you know who you are. But yeah, I didn't want to wait. I've been trying to get out here and do something. It's so beautiful out. Yeah, you can't waste beautiful days. Look at this. I totally cleaned my room, cleaned the closet out, vacuumed the heck out of everything, switched it up. Now that I'm done with college, I needed a change. I cleaned that whole room up because I used to have books all over the floor. I'm done with that. It was like I needed to rearrange my room for change. A new start. I'm done. I graduated. I needed, whoa, I almost stepped in something not cool. I needed the change, so I switched my room, rearranged it, cleaned out my whole closet. I'm going to throw up some old 80s posters that I had in my closet just to be like a teenager again. I don't know. Maybe it's a midlife crisis. Who knows? I'm throwing up my old Iron Maiden and Ozzy and all these posters I have in there. In my closet I found, I cleaned out a lot of junk. It's like a new start, new me, new year. But hey, check out the Capitol. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? What a shot. And down there is the Tower Bridge. But here you go, folks. Sacramento, state capital of California. Current governor is Governor Newsom. No protesting today. Just a peaceful day. All right, well, I got to go register for a time of the tour here. You've seen the front of it. I don't know. Let's go take a look around the building before we enter. Nice park area. Normally on a Friday. Oh, today is Friday the 13th, March. Yes, 17 more days till I split to Europe. But look at how beautiful it is out here, guys. It's a beautiful day. Totally nice out. Let's take a walk around the grounds before we enter. And this beautiful tree. Look at that. Huge. Let's take a walk around the side of the grounds and see what the total perimeter of the outside of our state capitol looks like. Got to get my backpack on. And yes, I'm carrying around my crazy tripod thingy in case I want to give you guys some trippy views. today it's just me and you on this cool little outing. That's some kind of building outside the Capitol. Looks like they're, what is that? Are they doing some construction? I have no idea. Something's going on. They got some kind of boom out there on the side. Biggie. Let's walk around and see what's going on. Oh, it looks like this is where you enter if you work here, I believe. I have no idea. There's people coming and going out of this building. Let's go take a peek-see. Yes, this is where you enter. Okay, so that is the entrance. However, the security there said do not record once you enter. So to not record just through the security portion, but they told me that this whole area back here is under construction. Something's going on. So we are not going to continue this way because we have to go out on the street. It's all, something's messed up. I have no idea what's going on. Let's just peek through here. What the heck? All right, I can't even get through. Anyway, there's a lot of construction going on in the backside, so let's just take a tour of the state capitol and leave it at that. I'm gonna check in. I can't record going through the gates, so yeah, I'll get back to you. So you are not allowed to enter through these doors. There's doors on either side of the state capitol that you have to actually enter through, but you are not allowed to go through here. So I got to go back to the beginning and enter these doors over here. And the next tour is in about 20 minutes. So we're going to take a tour inside the state capitol. Let's get inside. These little portable thingies here before you go in, the security, are on each side of the building. So that's what you have to go through. And it was somewhere over here, the guard told me, that the truck tried coming through and blowing up the building a while back. That's why they put those little barriers. You see those? Yeah, those barriers right there. Those. So we just came through there, and whoa, this is walking directly into the state capitol. Look at this. Look at how beautiful it is. The lighting isn't the best. Okay, I got to go sign up. Ooh, the governor's office. What's that one? All kinds of cool stuff. I got a restaurant. What's going on here? I have to go sign up for Pretty cool. Governor's private office. Governor's main office, 1906. Look at this. You're not allowed to go in, but trip, huh? Look at that cool trippy thing there, huh? Kind of the same deal. peek through there. What's in there? So that is a huge camera that they did something with. I don't know. The gal over there that's in charge of this told me. But look at the camera compared to the size of the gentleman there. That is crazy. Trippy. Look at this. Beautiful. Overture. It's just a huge building. Look at how beautiful. Wow. Look up there. Can you believe that? Isn't that cool? Look at that. Wow. Make you a little dizzy, huh? Well, if you're ever wondering who our California state senators are, there you have them.
All different places it was. This one, this is not. No, Fridays they're usually in their home offices. So they're here Monday. They come in Monday afternoon.
Trippy.
They leave Thursday.
California State Assembly members. Whoops.
They travel. And then on Fridays, they're in their home office. What is this? This is the same. This is this way. Yeah. So that's the deal. But no. Yeah, see, they didn't even have this property.
State Treasurer, they run the cash. They're responsible for making sure we don't get ripped off with our money and where money gets spent at, I'm pretty sure. I used to date a gal who did that for Citrus Heights. Yeah, I dated a city employee. Wow, check out that vault. It's bad. Hey, let me put my few dollars in the vault here, man. Lock that down. Look at how thick the door is on that. Jeez Louise, it's at least 2.5 feet thick when you close it. Look at that. That is maddening crazy. It's crazy. It's a hell of a vault. State Library. Attorney General. I have no idea where this goes. Looks like it's a dead end. Yep, then we'll go back. So the tour starts in about 5 minutes here, so we're going to be going on a tour. And I'll also take you by Schwarzenegger's photo, since he's no longer governor here, obviously. But yeah, they have paintings of all the governors on the wall, as you saw in some of the video footage. All right. And this is where we were outside of. This leads down to the Tower Bridge. Do you see the Tower Bridge? Through the window, or is the glare? There it is, way out there. So we're inside on the other side now. And as you can see, there's photos of all the prior governors on the wall. We'll be attempting to find Schwarzenegger's, because that's the governor that I most like, because he was in the movies. How cool that is up there.
Yeah, so our staff.
We didn't get to 1 million people until 1900. Today, we have almost 40 million. Now, see how these are painted? Dark backgrounds, no
Yes,
smoke.
from Haight Ashbury.
They destroyed that a couple years ago. I mean, typical of 1950s architecture. It had low ceilings, was very plain. See, our parents at that time were old. They thought if it was old, tear it down, put it in a parking lot. They went and they took out everything fancy, made this building look big. Then, in 1971,
Now we're on the second floor. We were down there earlier. We are moving on up, moving on up. All right. Weird little fun fact. Do you see that little arrow? Well, there's another one over here, right there. Do you see that? It's an arrow. And on the tour, the guy was telling me it points to that wall there. Both those arrows do. So what do these arrows point right about here? So there might be something inside of there. But take a look at the Great Seal of the state of California. Look at that beautiful. That is beautiful. That's right up above us. And look, he doesn't even have a name tag, because everyone knows Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gray Davis.
Oh, Gray Davis.
Beat Wilson. Do you guys remember some of these? I don't even remember Duke Meajian.
yes, this picture of Jerry Brown. He's the only person to be elected governor of California. Two completely
What
different
the
times.
heck?
His first two terms, 1975 to 1983.
Ronnie, baby. Wow, check this out. This is where it all happens. Yeah. This is where it all happens.
Okay, take a seat in the second row here.
It's my tour guide, Joe.
So when did they put this plexiglass?
Just this last year. It wasn't here. Take a seat in the second row here. Go down far enough that everybody can sit. You don't have to go all the way. That's not far enough. Fill up the chairs. Don't leave them empty chairs. Actually, you're gonna have to sit in the third row. And you guys, these are new senators. They were just elected. If you want to join them, I'm sure you can. It's almost over. Where are you visiting from?
I live here, but she's visiting from
San Rafael.
Joe's cool. He's our tour guide. So, and look at how beautiful the ceiling is. Oh my goodness.
Okay, senators,
Yes.
this is the assembly chamber.
assembly.
It looks a lot like the Senate chamber. The main difference is the Senate's red, this is green. Now in the Senate, you have 40 members, so they treat it like a classroom. When you have a question, you raise your hand, they call on you. When it's time to vote, they read off the names in alphabetical order. You vote by saying yes or no, or you could vote by saying aye for yes, or you could say nay for no. Only horse racing issues. Yes.
So they don't use it.
Each desk has something in the upper corner about the size of an iPhone. On that, there's a round silver key switch and 3 buttons. Only that assembly member has a key to that switch. When they turn it on, the buttons light up. 2 of the buttons are for voting. The other button isn't for anything anymore. There's a green button and there's a red button. Push the green button, a green light shows up next to your name on the panel, stays there until all the votes are cast. Everybody knows you voted yes. Push the red button, a red light shows up next to your name, stays there until all the votes are cast. Everybody knows you voted no. So this is the public gallery. Whenever they're in session, this is open to the public. So if you're up here and you want to know how they voted, just wait till all the votes are cast, get your phone out, click, take a picture of that panel, give the name with a red or green light on it. There's also a yellow button. The yellow button doesn't do anything.
Neutral?
Well, it used to connect to a bell in your office. It says page on it. So you'd push the yellow button, a bell would ring in your office in the building over here, but they tore the building down. A bell would ring in the office and somebody from your office would come running over here and they'd tell them something like, hey, I need a copy of that water bill 1221. Or I need a copy of that education bill 506. Or they might say something like, I think we'll be finished in a half hour. Go back to the office, order me a pizza, have it delivered. About the time I get back to the office, the pizza will be there, I'll be ready for lunch. But once we join the United States, we trace our heritage back to England. Now, when you travel to England and you visit the English Parliament, you'll find the House of Lords is decorated in red, so we decorate our Senate in red. When you visit the House of Commons, you'll find the House of Commons in London is decorated in green, so we decorate our Assembly in green. Now, any questions?
So this one's green floored, so if we go to the other one, it's going to be red?
Red floor.
And that one is the
Senate.
Senate. Thank you, Joe.
That's where you'll be working.
All righty, well, I just want to thank Joe for giving me the tour of the state capitol here in California. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe. He's very informative. If you're ever down at the state capitol here in California and he's doing the tours,
Yes.
definitely look for Joe. Thank you very much.
Of course.
All right, take care.
Yep.
Well, that about concludes. You like that new tattoo? That about concludes it all here, folks. I'm done. Joe just did a great job. Yeah, definitely come on down to the state capitol. And I'm just going to give you guys a shot of all the prior governors. We're on the 3rd floor. He said there's really nothing up on the 4th floor. But yeah, what a wonderful tour it was today. And then that is Capitol Avenue, Tower Bridge down there. And we are up high. We started our journey off earlier down out in front there. But we're going down now, leaving here. These were the original front doors to the Capitol. And there was supposed to be some stairs coming up, but as you can see, it's a balcony. And the stairs were supposed to go nearly all the way to the mid line of the grass out there, according to what my tour guide said. But they ran out of money. It's crazy. So yeah, that was the original doors. And did you know that the ceiling, the height up there, is not the total height? It only goes up so far. If you go outside, it goes up another 10 stories above that top. Yeah, that's what Joe told us. Well, here is that huge camera that you saw the picture of in the other gallery, but this is the actual camera that guy was looking through. It's crazy. Huge. Pretty cool. So as I was saying, from the inside the dome, that other height goes up from there. So he said about 100 feet, so 10 stories. So that dome actually ends probably right at the top of the first, second, third story. What he says is that dome part up there is just all hollow space. So when you're inside the building, it only goes so high up in there. You're not looking all the way up to the top there. That's just a bunch of hollow space, nothing going on inside. Well, thank you for coming out to the state capitol with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe to The Real Deal. We'll catch you next time. Ciao!